going, everybody? Welcome to the Lettuce Talk podcast, the show where we talk about all the gaming news of the previous week, give our opinions, and talk shit. I am your host, Nate, and I am here with Hob for Apples. Hob, how are you doing today?
I'm good.
You're good. Super enthusiastic, as always. We won a game of PUBG last night, and we're still kind of riding on that high a little bit.
You're riding on the high. For me, that was like a veteran. Normal stuff.
Veteran, normal stuff every day. That's just a Tuesday for me.
I did look back at the footage.
Yeah.
That guy that shot me,
Mm-hmm.
so for anybody who doesn't know,
Well,
we were at the end
we haven't
game.
publicized. I haven't made the video public. I'm gonna edit it together.
I'll
after
paint a
the
picture
stream.
for the audience.
Okay.
There were three
Set
of
the
us
stage.
left. There were 5 left. 3 of us and 2 separate teams. So one and one.
Yeah.
I went around a rock. I see a guy poke his head out like a little turtle. A little turtle popping his head out. And I went, oh, there he is. Let me shoot him.
Oh my god.
And I get hit with an M24, which is only available in crates.
Mm-hmm.
And this guy literally hit me one shot and knocked me out.
In the
I
head.
couldn't believe. I still can't believe that guy hit me. And then I thought about the game, back to what happened in that game.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually stole a level 2 helmet off of someone that died, but it was damaged.
Yes.
And then right before we left and did that whole thing for endgame, I found a level 1 helmet, and I switched it out.
Right.
So if I didn't have that level 1 helmet, I probably would have died.
But you did die.
No, I would have died, died. I would have got hit hard, even harder
Yeah.
than I did.
But you would have been downed regardless. We were in a squad. You wouldn't have
Yeah.
insta-deathed.
No, but I would have been down a lot faster if I would have gotten that helmet.
But didn't you get one shot?
Yeah,
How do you go down harder than one shot?
but I wouldn't have recovered as fast as I did, because I was like down, and then I would have gone down faster. You can go down faster, especially if you go down multiple times. You go down faster and faster.
Faster than instantly.
Faster than light. But anyway, we finished it off. We got carried by your friend.
We
won.
we all did pretty fucking well.
In all honesty,
our communication was on
had
point.
a distance scope, and none of us did, so it was a lot harder for us.
Yeah, I got the game-winning kill with a red dot. That happened.
Dot.
What?
Red dot.
Red dot. Red dot. End kill. End game. End game. Red dot.
Other than that,
It's that dark time of year where the Steam summer sale has started, and
are you ready for a miracle? Wow!
Oh my god, I don't want it. I don't like it.
A miracle?
It's that time of year where all of our wallets weep. We buy games that we'll never play.
No, that's not true.
Yeah, everybody buys
You
like
have to
150 games.
No, you have to build a tolerance for this stuff. You gotta say to yourself, I'm gonna look, but I'm not gonna buy. And the more you keep looking
What's
and
the
don't
point
buy,
of looking if
because
you're
you
not gonna
can
buy?
see, at least you can see what games you're like. Here's the thing: I used to buy a lot of games from Steam sales because
Right.
I was like, oh wow, that game's cheap. That game's cheap. And then I just started to say, well, I'm buying these games because they're cheap, not because I actually need to buy them and play them. So
well,
then
yeah,
I really look
that's
at,
why
like,
I
games that
only buy games that I'm actually gonna play and that I'm actually gonna play on stream.
Right. Well, for you, it's definitely good to buy some games. But for
So the
for me,
3
I don't wanna
games
buy
that I
all these
actually
games.
did buy, I'm actually going to be streaming probably next week.
I can't believe you bought you're streaming Borderlands 2. That game's so old. Game's been around forever.
Yeah.
I can't believe you haven't played it yet.
I played it. I just haven't owned it.
What does that mean?
Because I had family sharing with somebody else.
Oh, what? That's an Xbox One or something? Xbox 360.
What? Family sharing on Steam. Yeah.
So yeah, so here's all the stuff in the DLC for Borderlands 2. Wedding Day Massacre, Son of Claw Ramix, Blood Harvest, Waddle Gobbler.
Waddle
That's
Gobbler.
like, you got like Valentine's Day. I don't know what that is. That's Halloween. Blood Harvest. Waddle Gobbler is Thanksgiving. Mercenary Day is Christmas. And you got Vault Hunter Pack 2. How much is the season pass?
How much is a season pass?
There's a lot of DLC for this game.
For Borderlands? Yeah, there's
how
loads.
much is the season pass?
I don't know. Anyway, we can go into it. But yeah, I'm going to be playing Ori and the Blind Forest because I'm super excited about the sequel coming out soon. As well as Rust. I'm excited to play Rust.
Picked the wrong game.
I might pick up Ark as well.
Anybody who thinks that Nate should play Ark, raise your hand. My hand's raised.
Raise your hand. Raise your hand in chat if you think I should get Ark. But yeah, let's jump into it. Why not? Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit.
A little bit.
Here you go. There you go.
One of the first things is some exciting stuff. Spider-Man news. Spider-Man PlayStation 4 news. It is going to be locked at 30 frames per second.
Okay, not surprised.
And when asked if you could play at a lower resolution and get 60 frames per second, the devs were like, no.
What is this, PC? You just do whatever you want.
You can't just do whatever you want.
Who asked that question? Hi, I have a PS4. I'd like to have customizable frame rate.
Customizable anything?
I want aspect ratios, and I want to change everything. Yeah, no. Gonna go with a no there. I mean, yeah, most of the games are going to be locked in 30 frames because they don't want variable frame rate issues. So then people will go on social media or whatever, and they'll just go, oh my God, I can't believe I have terrible frame rate in Spider-Man. It's like, well, that's why.
Yeah,
Because
remember how you're saying that nobody plays Rust?
Nobody plays Rust.
Somebody on my Steam friends list just booted up Rust, so...
No, you'll be you and that guy. Be playing Rust together.
Playing Rust together.
Someone is also playing Roblox on your thing, so that's still a game.
Roblox.
Hey, someone's playing Borderlands 2, so I guess I'm wrong. I guess people are playing games that are super old and
yeah, because good games transcend time.
Borderlands 2 was a good game like 5 years ago.
Yeah. That doesn't make it less of a good game now.
That's okay. I mean, I just can't play it anymore. I've just played enough of it.
Yeah, but that's you.
I've been squeezed. The lemon's been squeezed of Borderlands 2. Anyway, back to what I was saying before. If you want to play games and you want to customize them, buy a PC.
Yeah, but Spider-Man is a PlayStation exclusive.
Well, it doesn't mean it's going to look bad. 30 frames doesn't mean the game's going to look bad.
No. I mean, 60 frames is pretty much only important if you're running an FPS. And that's not what it is.
I guarantee you, if you ask somebody without a frame counter how many frames this game was running when they played it, they probably wouldn't even know.
It's not going to matter, really, when it comes to that game specifically. Nobody's going to care.
Well, it's funny because last night, Filmer was telling me that I should run my PUBG on very low or low, so for all my textures. So yeah, you should check it out. Makes all the dirt look like crap. It's really good.
Yeah, little poop emojis.
So yeah, so for all those people, because it makes your frame rate higher.
Yeah.
So like I run like 100 FPS now in that game.
Nice.
So like, yeah. So for people who are playing like Spider-Man and like The Last of Us or whatever games you play on PS4, Final Fantasy, yeah, frame rate doesn't matter.
Apparently we're not. So remember how we were talking about when we were doing our E3 recap and everything? How Xbox doesn't have any exclusives and blah blah blah. So Phil Spencer is an interesting guy.
He's ready for a miracle. He needs a miracle.
He's saying a lot of weird stuff.
Oh yeah. Here it comes.
He's like new IPs exist. There's just no reason to show it yet. Just trust us.
I told you that. I told you. I said that last week.
He's like, just trust us.
That's what he said in that interview. He said we have more stuff coming. We can't tell you.
Yeah.
I'm
And,
like, wait,
and
what?
his justification, I get his justification a little bit, because he's like, there's no point in showing it right now because it's like 2 or 3 years down the line, and then
but your
hype
console's
is gonna
coming out,
be.
dude.
I know. He's kind of like stuck between a rock and a hard place in that sense, but like he actually gave reasoning for why Scalebound died. He blames us.
Oh, cool. Blame me. Thanks.
Yeah, he blamed gamers for killing Scalebound. He said Scalebound was killed by the hype and player expectation. He said it's impossible to match up to the hype and the expectations. He's like, we just revealed it too early, and they canceled it because he said they canceled it because there would be absolutely no way for them to live up to the hype.
Well, what hype though? People wanted to play the game. They liked the game. So finish the game, put it out, and let people play it. Don't just
blame.
assume.
Don't pass. He's like, no, fuck you guys. You guys ruined it.
But the
he's like, you created the hype. He created the hype by giving us the trailer so early.
And they came out with the trailer, and it's like, what probably ended up happening is that they didn't have enough substance of the game to release it. So that's probably why they canceled. They probably were like, well, we ran out of ideas, or we don't have enough.
So then he's like, just blame the consumers. Blame the consumers.
It's
Fuck 'em.
definitely a developer side, not the consumer side. What did we do? You didn't put the game. You didn't even. It's not like you put it out.
He's like, we canceled it because
it.
you guys gave us too much pressure.
Come on, dude. Get real. Make a game for your new console before you release it.
He's saying a lot of weird shit right now.
Yeah, because that's what happens when you're like, when you watch like those shows like Intervention, and they're all in the room and they're trying to tell like the guy who's got a drug problem. He's trying to like he's trying to like point fingers and justify every single thing he can do.
Yeah.
That's what it sounds like to me. It sounds like he's just like, well, it's your fault that we did this. And there are games coming out for the Xbox One X, I think. Maybe.
Xbox.
Man, like, just give me a break. Dude, I could smell that shit.
We have your money. No, it's like the episode of Simpsons where it's like, what do you mean you don't have our money, bank? You're a bank. You're supposed to have our money. He's like, oh, we don't have your money. It's at Bill's house.
Right, yeah.
Ted's house.
Well, what would be funny to me is if they said, okay, well, we have to cancel Scalebound, but we're thinking of canceling it. The only way for it to come out is to kickstart it, and I would guarantee you they would put up a goal for Kickstarter and people would pay into it.
Oh, 100%.
And then they have no excuse. It's like, so don't blame the gamers for not buying the games, because we're clearly buying the games because your freaking companies are worth
it's not that he's worried that it's not going to sell. He's worried that it's going to disappoint people, and so he's like, you have nobody to blame but yourself for this game getting canceled.
So he'd rather so let me get this straight.
He'd rather throw away the money that they already spent on development of the game.
Right. So you'd rather just say it's canceled than actually put it out and see if people, maybe you'd be surprised.
Yeah.
You know, because people were wishing that they could play something on your console because there isn't anything really to play. And that was exciting. That got people excited. But then it just makes people like me and you who don't have Xbox consoles go, yeah, that's
well,
kinda
the
why
one
we don't
game
do
that
it,
I
I
was
guess. Yeah.
yeah, the one game that I was excited for got canceled, so there's really no reason for me to buy this console anymore.
And to boot, they say, and then they blame you.
Yeah.
When you didn't even do anything to begin with because you don't even own any. You didn't even.
I don't own a single Microsoft
Right,
product.
and neither do I. And it's like, wait, you're blaming me? Wait,
Yeah.
what did I? It's like the guy in the back that like two people get in a fight and then they just point at some guy in the back and go, it was that guy's fault.
Yeah.
And he's like, he's holding his beer, going like, what did
Yeah.
I do?
I'm like at the counter at Best Buy holding an Xbox One X in my hand, and I'm ready to purchase it, and then I hear Phil Spencer like in the back room being like, no, fuck the consumer, they ruined Scalebound. It's not our fault, it's their fault. They drummed up too much hype around it. We may have like released information about it too early, but they're the ones that created the hype, and there's no way we can live up to that, so fuck them. And I'm like, well, I'm just gonna put this down and pick up a PlayStation 4 because they actually value their consumers a little bit better instead of just like not taking responsibility for it.
Yep. It's like you slide the console back to the guy and you're like,
yeah, I'm like, you know what, can I see your PC section?
Yeah.
Can I see your graphics cards?
Yeah, I mean, it's like at that point, you know, I've never seen, you know, Half-Life 3 has been in this like hidden like chamber for
but they tried that too.
What do you mean?
Valve tried that too. They're like, we're not going to release Half-Life 3 because there's no way to live up to the hype that is already created around this game that nobody announced.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying that they never announced it, and they always are like, you know, they always like run around the Half-Life 3 thing, but they never actually blame the consumer, you know.
Well, I mean, they're like, you guys are creating too much hype, so the game's not coming. We never announced it. We never promised anything, so don't expect it.
It's gonna happen eventually.
It's not gonna happen.
It'll happen.
I guarantee you, it's not gonna
happen.
happen.
When we're 80.
When we're 80, Half-Life 3 in 60 years.
In 60 years, yep. I'll play it. I'll play it in VR.
Oh my god, in VR.
In Nerve system.
In VR, it's gonna be like Nerve Gear. You're gonna be able to put yourself in the game.
Yes.
I want a full immersion Sword Art Online experience. I want full Sword Art Online Nerve
Dude,
Gear.
I have no issues with playing video games till I die. Like,
me either.
I have no issues one bit.
No.
And dude, I can't wait. My nephew's 2.
Yeah.
So by the time he's like 15, oh man, like I'm ready.
No, like
he's gonna get wrecked.
I want to be able to upload myself to a cloud.
Yeah.
Completely before I die. Keep my mind fresh, and just be able to go around bouncing around playing games forever.
Yep. Including Half-Life 3. Including
a game that's never going to come out. That's when they release Half-Life, when they announce Half-Life 3, that's when they'll resurrect Scalebound.
Sure. Oh, and just in case you're wondering, Nate, there's Green Man's got loot boxes going.
No, not this again.
Bunch of games in it.
You mean the mystery boxes? Oh, you know how much I love the mystery boxes.
Here it is.
No.
They're called loot boxes this time.
Oh shit.
So you can buy. Guess who's back? Back again. That's what it says. They know.
Oh no! For $1.30.
So you can buy.
Wait. Okay.
Level
First
1
of all,
loot box.
Stop putting in the general. Put it in the link dump. The podcast. Anytime we talk about shit on the podcast, we gotta put it in the Discord link dump.
I don't know where that is.
It's at the bottom of the text channels.
Why isn't it highlighted? It's in like a different text. I don't like that.
In a different text?
Yeah, it's like grayed out.
What are you talking about? Anyway,
You have a politics section in your Discord? Your Discord is weird.
I put a politics section so people would stop talking about politics in the general chat. So I was like, keep it in the politics section. I fucking hate talking about politics when I'm supposed to be talking about gaming, and like I also hate talking about politics. So just like put it in the politics section
Oh shit, dude! Check this out.
so that I can just ignore it.
So it's a loot box, right?
Yeah.
You pay $4, and you have the potential to unlock a bunch of stuff. It could be a $2 credit. It could be a $20 credit. It could be a $50 credit, $500 credit.
Fuck
Mass
off.
Effect Andromeda, Tekken 7. It could be like a bunch of games.
Whoa.
So that's cool. I mean, it's
Wow.
kind of like
Gambling.
gambling.
It's dangerous.
You can get a 30 loot pack for $20, and you have 30 chances to get one of these things.
Oh my god, that's
The other one you have
so
3.
dangerous. It's a lottery. That's
Yeah.
so smart. Ugh.
I mean, people are pretty much downing it already, but I mean, it's pretty genius.
It is genius.
I might try it once. Why not?
Continuing on.
Hey, the worst thing, dude, the worst case scenario, you get a $2 credit. So if you put $1.29 in, you get $2.
If you
back.
spend $10. If you spend $10 or what, you say it's $20 for 30 tokens? For 30 tries?
Wait, hang on. We have hundreds of different games ranging. Oh, it's a bunch of different games.
Yeah. Kind of like gambling. Marketing
Wait,
genius.
Once you've unlocked the level $10, you will receive 10 titles, which are redeemed immediately. Who knows? You may get lucky. Oh, it's just giving you a list.
Yeah. But like, oh god, I want nothing to do with this. This is dangerous.
It is dangerous.
So dangerous. But staying on the Microsoft topic, one last Microsoft thing. You're gonna laugh at this. This is probably one of my favorite news bits of
Oh no.
of like this week.
I'm ready.
Microsoft is actually like just completely tactless in their like, we need something, we need a first party IP.
Hang on. Wait, before you say this,
Yeah.
I just wanted it to be known that 2 weeks ago, I went on like a tirade
Oh yeah, you did.
about them because of this. And I called this shit out when I saw it firsthand. I was like, this is
Oh,
insane.
before
Like,
E3, the week before
something's
E3.
like I could see the pot boiling over. I was like, that's weird. Anybody paying attention to that? 'Cause
No, okay.
It was weird.
But
Go
like,
ahead.
this isn't directly from Microsoft. It's on LinkedIn, and it's from a recruitment agency guy that is associated with Microsoft.
Like looks for people. Like what's
Yeah,
it called? A
looks-
hunter? What do they call that?
Headhunter.
Hunt hunter.
And this has now been taken down. It's gone. It's completely wiped, but the images are still there.
Of course.
And Microsoft completely tactless in, they're like, we need a first party IP that is of like equal or greater quality to like Horizon Zero Dawn, which is exclusive on Sony.
Right.
And
Because they
So-
heard me and they were like, "Shit, we need to make a game for Xbox One X."
The-
Because Bob was talking about that.
but
last
it's not like they were like, we need a beautiful environment with like, and they didn't like describe Horizon Zero Dawn. Basically,
Ah.
they literally said, like, okay, this is the posting on LinkedIn.
Give me the-
Looking
yeah,
for
give me the
lead
post.
environment artist for Microsoft AAA next gen title style similar to Horizon Zero Dawn.
No, it doesn't. Oh no.
No fucking joke.
Oh. Oh what?
Yeah. Like, I'm gonna take a screenshot of this and post it in the Discord server link dump.
Oh man. They're in so much trouble. They don't know what to do. They're just like, I told you, Sony's kicking their ass so hard. it's almost like you're getting your butt kicked so much like in a game. You ever like watch like sports where like there's two teams playing, right, and it's like a pretty competitive like you know like a high ranked championship kind of match. So like not like a regular game, but like
Yeah.
a more of a playoff game, right? And the one team just smokes the other team, right? And the coach on the other team that got smoked like goes to his interview and goes, well, we got to give credit to them. They played well. I mean, they just did really well, and they outplayed us, which means, in my opinion, that you got your ass kicked because they were better. They're more talented than you, and they're just beating you down, not because like it's like, and that's what Microsoft is doing. They're going, well, we want to coexist with Sony. Well, yeah, you're damn right you do, because you can't compete with them.
There's no way to compete. You guys are fucked.
You're lost. You're gone. Like they're flying way over you, and you can't catch them anymore. It's over.
You're not going to catch me.
Which is why they released their console earlier than Sony did. If this is the next gen console, Sony was like, we don't need to make a next gen console. Why would we need to do that yet? Everybody's buying our games and our consoles still. Why would we wait? Why would we spend extra money in marketing and all this crap on a console that we don't need to put out yet? And now I have the Sony VR I've been playing. It's like a whole nother thing, dude. Now I'm like amped to play my PlayStation now, because I have VR that I can't do on PC because it's like just way too the price is just way too high, and you get pretty good quality VR, and you can play every other game that's not exclusive to Xbox.
I just posted the screenshot in the link dump in the Discord server.
I love how it says style similar to Horizon, like that's the style they're looking for. Like, give me a break.
Neverland Dreams said, at least they were specific.
I wonder how many emails. Wait, what?
Neverland Dreams said, at least they were specific, and then put a picture of Kappa.
Yeah, well, what's
Full Diver Riot.
The guy left his email address. That was a really bad idea, because I'm guaranteed that email is closed now. It probably has like 1 billion emails in it now. That are all people just saying the same things we're talking about. Like, are you kidding me? Like, give me a break.
That's like my favorite fucking news story of the week.
That is just absurd. That's just absurd.
And I love how you were like, are you kidding me? Oh my god. It just makes me feel like,
man, it just makes me feel like, because sometimes I'll like sit around when I'm like, not doing anything, and I think sometimes I go, man, like, maybe I'm just like too aggressive about stuff.
Yeah.
And maybe I just take like, maybe I like say things that maybe aren't true.
Right.
But then this shit happens, and then no, I'm right. Like, no way. Like, I know what I believe. Like, what my gut reactions are spot on. I know it. Like, I just knew it when I heard him talk in that interview.
Yeah.
I just was like,
we want to coexist with Sony.
Like,
we have
for
IPs
office or something,
but
like, is he trying to win an election? Like, why is this guy talking like this?
Our consumers are to blame for Scalebound getting canceled.
I mean, if he would have said that during the interview last time we talked, I would have gone nuts. I mean, I already did go nuts without even hearing that. So he said we need to coexist with Sony.
Yeah.
The second thing he said was that the consumers
held back.
are to blame for lack of software development.
Yeah, and we held back IPs.
Right, and then 3, they're posting on LinkedIn that they're looking to make a game to compete with Sony, like Horizon Zero Dawn, so they can have the killer game that knocks them out. But yeah, he wants to coexist with them. Yeah, he wants to get a game that will compete with them. That doesn't make sense to me. That's confusing.
Yeah.
And by the way, you named your console Xbox One X. X and X. What are you doing? Like,
yeah, because because the acronym is now Xbox.
Come on.
Maybe they didn't like Xbone, so then now they wanted everybody to just call it Xbox. Because as a whole, it's exclusive to Xbox. And it's the Xbox for all Xboxes because it's backward compatible to all Xboxes.
God.
Right? So
What
it's
a
like,
mess.
it's just Xbox.
Confused. I need a chart or a graph to explain this stuff now. I don't have any idea what's going on. He should have pulled that up in like the ET press conference. Well, if you see here on our chart, and then he starts like pointing at like the Xbox and the Xbox 360, and then he's like, yeah, but then we wanted to go back to Xbox One because we wanted it to, the one carries over.
Yeah.
The 360 minus the one times, yeah,
the next
whatever.
Xbox is going to be the Xbox Triple X, and it's going to be endorsed by
Pornhub.
not Pornhub. No, fucking Groot, the voice of Groot, whatever the fuck his name is.
Groot
Yeah,
and Pornhub.
you know the Groot and the bald guy. Fast and Furious.
Yeah.
What's his name? Vin Diesel. It's going to be endorsed by Vin Diesel.
Vessel.
Triple X. It's going to be lowercase x, uppercase X, lowercase x.
Do you have anything else that's not about Xbox? I hate them. I don't want to talk about it.
No, there's one more. There's one more.
Oh my god.
Microsoft. They have confirmed that we're not going to get another Halo game for a very long time.
Ever, it's canceled.
They're like very long
You know
time.
why?
Not going to get.
You know why it's
It's
canceled?
not even in
It's
development.
because of all you people. It's all your fault. There's no more Halo. Are you happy?
No more
You're
Halo
happy, right?
forever.
No
It's
more
your
Halo
fault.
forever, and it's all your fault.
No, not even
Good
forever. No more Halo 5 ever.
5 ever.
5 ever.
And then tomorrow we're gonna hear Phil Spencer is signed on with Sony because he's resigned from Xbox, just like the other guy.
He was just like he was
What's that other
he
guy?
was a
What's the
double
other guy's
agent
name?
working for Sony the whole time.
Remember the other guy that was there before him?
No.
You remember what he looked like? He had like the long hair, and he was like, oh man, what was his name?
Phil Spencer 1.0.
Microsoft, Xbox. What was that guy's name?
So let's move on to EA.
Wait, hang on.
Because
let me
you
just
know
tell
how
what
much
that
I
guy's
love
name-
them.
Oh, Don Matrick.
Don
Remember Don
Cherry.
Matrick?
No. I
Remember
don't.
Don Matrick? Yeah, Don
don't.
Matrick is like the guy that like he was the one that had to deal with the whole Xbox One, no always on stuff, like, and then he resigned or got fired like right after all that stuff. It was a mess. Anyway, RIP Microsoft. Moving on.
Yeah, moving on to EA.
Oh yeah, great. We're really going up.
Yeah, moving on
Going
up.
upstream.
So EA's got some interesting stuff going on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, a little bit fun. No, the CEO, the boss,
Okay.
of the CEO of EA,
A lot of bosses talking this week.
right?
It's not good when
Andrew
you hear from your
Wilson.
boss.
Andrew Wilson has told Glixel he has he has this vision of what the gaming industry is going to be in the next 5 years. He's like, games are set to change more in the next 5 years than they have in the last 45.
Okay.
And he basically has said that, like, he talks about the future of gaming and that, like, they're going to start like that gaming is going to go in the direction of fewer games but longer games, like longer running games
Okay.
that they just keep adding support for over and over again, so like people are just going to keep coming back to it over and over again.
Okay.
But like he's very vague at first.
Does he have any substance to that sandwich, or he's just got some bread?
He's just got some
Is that
bread.
it?
He's dipping it.
Is that his like vision? He just goes like, "Well, I see in 5 years that people are going to play less games, and they're going to be
Longer.
with no load times." Like seriously, dude. Like I still use my keyboard and mouse that I used when I was like 12. I still use the same keyboard and mouse.
Right.
Like I haven't changed my controls
No,
in
no, but like he's calling it the
15 years.
player first mentality. Okay. It's a bunch of
Still
like
not.
word salad bullshit.
Did they all drink something at E3?
So he predicts fewer games that are played more.
Okay.
So
how many games are on Steam right now?
So he's like so he's like we put this is the quote. We put out fewer games, but they're played far more hours and over many more platforms by 10 times the number of people than when I started 18 years ago. There's a good reason for that. What has become apparent to us is that human beings have fundamental needs. Once you get past air, food, water, and shelter, the necessities of life.
Excuse me? What is he talking about?
Once you get past air, food, water, and shelter, the necessities of life, then it's about sense of belonging, social interaction, self-esteem, overcoming challenge, building self-worth, self-actualization, and the creative element, leaving some kind of legacy.
Nice.
When you look at entertainment in general, he's just blowing smoke up our asses.
Okay, just FYI, just the indie global tags on Steam, there are 15,628 games on Steam just in the indie section alone.
Right. No, okay. But he's like, when you look at entertainment in general, the participation in entertainment, whether it's movies or books or TV, drives or fulfills some of those motivations, blah, blah, blah. But basically he's like, we want to build like 10-year games. Okay. Kind of like what Destiny set out to do, but
there are games like that already.
Yes. Most MMOs
not
are like...
wants to do that. Not
exactly.
Everybody wants that.
Not everybody wants that. But
not
he's like...
everybody wants to play World of Warcraft for a decade. Some people do.
But Anthem is set to be a 10-year game.
Well, good luck.
Yeah, they said Anthem is going to be a 10-year journey. Starting with next year's launch.
Wait. How about they make a game and they go through year one, and they see how it goes. Right. And then they keep stretching as they go, and don't go, well, we're setting out to make a 10-year game. Well, okay, it's good to have a goal. Right. But that doesn't mean it's going to work, and it doesn't mean people are even going to want to play the game for 10 years. Yeah. I don't think when Blizzard made World of Warcraft the first time, they said, well, in 2017, people are still going to be playing this game. I highly doubt somebody in that room was like, yeah, this is going to be a game that people are going to play for freaking 15 years. Hey, I doubt it.
By the way, yes. Another person on my Steam friends list just logged on to Rust.
Oh, stop it. Because they heard you, that's why. This is like a ploy, so you guys are all in on it. I'm not buying it. Thank you. I'm not going to fool me. Anyway, but yeah, I mean, it's great. Good vision and all, but you know what? Like, PlayerUnknown's Battleground is like one of the most popular games on Steam, and it was made by a single man. So
with a team.
Well, I'm just saying, like, a guy just said, I'm making a game, and everyone's like, oh man, this game's awesome, and he didn't go like, yeah, I'm looking at a 10-year plan for this game. So that's what I mean, like, here's my advice.
I mean, it's one thing, like, I'm totally fine with them doing that, as long as they don't make it into like a massive pile of shit like Mass Effect Andromeda, and just like start gumming up the works with shitty animations and like awkward social justice warrior bullshit.
Or make it a 10-year game and like cut out all the stuff like they did in Destiny.
Oh my god, yeah.
Which is why they made it, they extended that lifespan of that game, because they were like, well, we're going to give you a part of the game and then you're going to have to buy the rest later.
Yeah, because all of year one was in the base game.
Right. So it's funny because I was saying that to all these CEOs, I like making public service announcements on this podcast. I'll make another one.
Oh, here we go.
This is for all the CEOs that are in these major companies. If you're listening, because I know you guys listen to this podcast.
Of course.
We will go to the top at some point. We'll get there. But yeah, you should just stop talking. It's probably just best to not say anything, and just stop making these decrees like you're king.
I decree
yeah.
that games will be 10-year projects
Yeah.
that are supported throughout the ages
Yep.
and
It's
become
like
legend for generations to behold.
here's the first thing that they need to realize. They're in entertainment. They are not making radical impact on the environment or the world around us. They're making impact in their world, which I'm in. It's an entertainment world. But when I go to bed at night, it doesn't matter that I'm in the entertainment world. I'm not really doing anything to radically change like the way people exist, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So he needs to relax and stop talking about this air and breath shit, because yeah, you know what? We need to worry about air quality in our world far first before we're worried about if Anthem is going to be a 10-year project. All right? Because a lot of us will be like
Yeah, but you missed the most crucial part of that. Anthem is a quote unquote 10-year journey starting with next year's launch. So that game's fucking coming out next year. I'm excited.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah.
That's big because I want to play that game and I don't want to play Destiny 2.
Yeah, well, you're going to get to the first freaking place you can land and they're going to go, please enter your credit card information if you want to continue.
God damn it.
You're gonna shoot one bullet and you're about to reload your gun and a fucking
it's like, please buy more bullets.
Please buy credits for bullets.
Oh my god.
Or here's a loot box that you have to. Here's some loot or a box that you can open and maybe there'll be ammo inside for you to continue. Yeah. Yeah, that's where we're headed, to be honest. If anybody's gonna make a vision about what's coming up, it's going to be that, which microtransactions with like literally every freaking piece of you put on a pair of gloves in a game, they're gonna charge you $5 for them.
Can I quickly
anyway.
Can I quickly just read you a little bit more of this?
I go ahead. This guy, what's his name again?
Peter Rabbit. Andrew Wilson.
Peter Rabbit. Wait, by the way, did he mention anything about how the fact that his team at EA totally effed on Mass Effect Andromeda, and that
No, but EA is known for just like killing entire titles and entire IPs.
So he's not concerned about the fact that they effed up one of their most like beloved franchises.
No, they just fuck it and then leave it in a pile of corpses. Yeah.
He's like, someone's like, hi, I have a question. Mass Effect Andromeda really wasn't good. And he's like, yeah, so we have a game called Anthem that you should check out. It's pretty good. I don't know about this Mass Effect thing you're talking about. I don't really.
Get him out of here. Get him out of here. I want him.
He just gets removed. So
yeah,
you don't even, like,
he just gets removed. He drops into like a trap door. Yeah. And then somebody else takes his place.
Yeah, exactly.
Seat filler.
From IGN.
Somebody from IGN.
who just won't say anything critical ever.
The same guy who rated Call of Duty Ghost 9.0 out of 10.
Oh my god. Wait, what did they give Mass Effect Andromeda?
I don't know.
I'm right now.
But yeah, so let me read this.
Oh, wait. Before we continue.
Uh-huh.
What do you want? Wait, take a guess on what they rated Mass Effect Andromeda.
8.9.
7.7.
Okay, I think it's a little lower than that, but that's still relatively fair.
Metacritic for Mass Effect Andromeda. Let's see. So the meta score for critics was 71.
Mm-hmm.
The user score was 4.8.
Well, okay, you know what Destiny? I think it was Destiny. They made an embargo for a week later after Destiny came out on all reviews for Destiny.
Wow. Yeah. Well,
and it came out that it was like yeah, it was like 4 out of 10 or whatever.
Do you know that Watch Dogs, I got a review copy. There was an embargo on that too. When they sent me that and they wrote so I got it when I got the package, it said inside that there was an embargo and it gave me a date.
Yeah.
And I went, "Oh, that's not good." That's not good. I didn't even play it
Well,
yet.
no, but what was the date? Was it after the release?
Yes.
Uh,
Yeah, like a week after.
uh,
And I went like, "Ooh, this isn't good."
that's not a good. That's not a good sign.
And I cracked open the game and I popped it in and I played like the first hour and I was like, this is gonna be a long, long, long weekend. And I had to play through that whole game so I could do a review on it, and it was painful.
Interestingly enough, though, I went to one of their launch parties a week before it came out, and it wasn't like there was no embargo. You could talk about it. You could like publicly or whatever.
Yeah, I mean it was like, yeah.
I mean I like Watch Dogs 2. Watch Dogs 2 was great.
And it wasn't bad it was a good idea. It was just
poorly executed.
You hit your wall with it very fast, and then you were literally doing the same crap over and over again for like 20 hours. It was like, all right, gross. Okay, anyway. Sorry, way off tangent, but anyway, Mass Effect Andromeda. Whatever that guy's name is.
He said with Andrew Wilson goes on to say, with video games though, you get that social interaction both in the real world and the virtual world. You get that sense of achievement. When we make games, we build them to make you feel good. Obviously, we set puzzles. We make them to make you feel bad. Well, I mean, with horror games, they make them to make you feel bad.
Well, it's different though.
Yeah. We set puzzles and challenges for you that you might overcome with learning, and we set harder challenges for you. Every time you overcome them, you build self-esteem and self-worth and fulfill that core motivation. As individual, and like, so he's like 100... Then he goes into like this weird tangent. He's like, 100 years ago, listening to music was a discrete experience. You'd put on a tuxedo and you'd go to listen to the orchestra or the opera.
100 years? Did he know? Was he there? Did he go?
He's like, today, almost every device we own plays music. Services like Spotify customize and personalize that music.
And, by the way, what's his name again?
Andrew Wilson.
Andrew, let me just listen. It's me. Okay, it's me.
He's like, games are going in the same direction.
No.
Games at one time were all about going to the corner store to play Double Dragon.
What he's talking about is ruining music and making it harder and harder for people like me to work, because there is nowhere for me to play because nobody wants to go out and listen to it anymore. And they don't do that, what he's talking about.
Yeah,
and
I love going to the opera.
It hasn't progressed anything. Operas are dying, orchestras are dying, and like art is suffering because of it.
Yeah.
And he's talking about like, I think it's not good that people don't
further putting you out of work. That's what he's talking about.
Well, here's the other thing too, right? Because video games are not the same thing as music.
No.
Because I went to the arcade with my dad last week.
Right.
We went to the beach and then we decided to go in the arcade. Hey, let's go play in the arcade because the beach kind of was all windy, so we left. And we went in the arcade. My dad went and my dad's a great example because like he doesn't know about games.
Right.
And he went in and he was like, "Where are all the games?" And I'm like, "Yeah, Dad, they don't games aren't in here anymore." And he was like, and he remembers he's like, "Oh, I thought maybe I'd see a few pinball machines or something." And it's like, yeah, no, that's dead. And that's not necessarily a good thing. That's just so, man, that shit bothers me when a guy that's got that much power is saying stuff like that instead of being like, no, it's all about community and we should be, all these games are about people playing together. And we're at a point now where community and interaction and group and all that sense of like Twitch and all that stuff.
Yeah.
People want to be interacting with people. They don't want to just be like, well, I can get everything on my phone and I can just shut the door and I can just go away and no one's going to talk to me ever again and I'm cool with that.
Well, that's the thing. Like,
we're not there. We don't
well,
want
no,
be
but like
there.
he's talking about like making richer online experiences, richer gaming experiences. I think that's what he's going with, just in a very fucking convoluted roundabout way.
I think we're there. I mean, aren't we there? I think they're pretty rich. I mean, like,
right,
I mean,
but he wants to make them more rich. Like, and another one of the predictions, he's like, games that blend your real and virtual lives, which is a little weird.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Well,
so he's like, we'll continue to build discrete experiences that you can play on your 80-inch TV or on a hologram that comes up through the floor in your living room, or as part of participating in a 40,000 strong crowd at an esports event. But we'll also make other stuff, like Spotify delivering music to me based on what I'm doing. We'll start to build games that way too. Games that will blend between your real life and your virtual life. That's what we think the future of gaming is.
What he's saying is we're never going. Eventually, we're just never going to go outside. So it's cool. Don't worry about going outside ever again.
Like he's like no, no. What he's saying is, he goes on. He's like, what if the data doesn't come from a professional, but what you do in your life? What happens if the data from the virtual world starts to influence the real world? What happens if we have 20 million players playing tens of thousands of Premier League seasons on a day-to-day basis? What happens when managers start to look at what the community is doing?
Then
and
our
he's talking about like
explode.
soccer and shit, but like then he talks like he alludes to like your Sims in the game The Sims only having access to the food that you have in your real life fridge.
People play games to get away from their lives, not to get back in them. They don't go
like they go into their game to realize that their fridge is empty and they can't afford more food.
Right, like
and their Sims die because they can't get food for themselves.
like yesterday we played PUBG, right?
Yeah.
And we won. Like, we play that game and I don't think about anything. I don't think about what I'm doing, like if I have to go to work or I have to go like sit in an office and like, you know, like send emails all day or whatever. Like, I mean, I don't do that, but like people do that. And like so many times people say to me, like when I tell them what I do, I'm like, they're like, wow, that's like, you get to do something you like to do. Not everybody gets to do that. Like, so like for him to tell me or someone else, like, well, we want to tell you about your life through a game. And I don't want to play drums in a game. I want to shoot people in PUBG. That's what I want to do.
Yeah.
I want to play Overwatch and I want to be in a mech and I want to fly around. Like, I don't want to worry about what I'm doing when I'm back to my regular life.
Yeah. Like he's like, what if you wanted to build a new Battlefield experience and you fed it every war story ever written? Could you tell it new and interesting and personal stories on a real-time basis every time you engage? I mean, I think it's a tall order. I think it's interesting what he's trying to say and what the ideas, or I think somebody else fed him this idea and he doesn't completely understand it himself.
Or it's just like, man, it's just a bunch of stuff that like what? Like,
he's talking about like sophisticated AIs and like that learn and develop and like create on their own.
Well, wouldn't that be more relevant to use in like actual like real life shit like medicine and like
stuff, but he's talking about
healthy?
he's talking about machine learning and neural networks and shit like that.
Right.
He's like you can feed a computer every poem that Emily Dickinson has ever written, then give it a subject and it'll write you an Emily Dickinson style poem, or you can feed a model every painting Monet has ever done and give it a photo and want it to make it Monet-esque. So he's like, where does this have the potential to go? They're
I
thinking
mean,
about
that's
the
just literally
future.
saying like, I don't know where. I mean, what if I want to like, what if I
He's
want to
just
wake up in the
speculating
morning and
about
I
a bunch of
want,
shit.
what if I want a virtual hot dog to just appear when I wake up in the morning and just be in my hand and
Yeah.
I eat it, and I'm full because I bought it in The Sims for 99 cents. Anyway. All right, well, that guy's crazy. Moving on. So EA and Microsoft are definitely taking something. Anybody else got any freaking crazy philosophical things they want to talk about?
Crazy out there, batshit insane philosophical nonsense.
I love how that whole started from him saying Anthem's a 10-year game, just like they said Destiny's a 10-year game, when Destiny is not a 10-year game. Because Destiny is dead. Destiny 2 is a completely different game than Destiny, so reset the clock because it's different. Like, there's no, you're not going to be able to transfer anything over from Destiny. So all that shit you did in Destiny, not you, but anyone, yeah, just like have a play. Will you remember me? Because it's over.
Yeah.
Move on. Next game.
Well, if we're talking about more confusing shit, nobody understands Kojima, but Kojima isn't an entity that you need to understand. Kojima is Kojima. You know?
Again, I mean, like, I don't ever feel like I need to tell a developer or a company to make a product. I don't demand a product from companies.
Right.
So if Kojima's gonna do whatever him and his network are doing to make games, then when they're announced and they're released, they'll be out.
Well, yeah, he talked about it on like at E3 a little bit. Like everybody knows he was at E3, but he wasn't talking about Death Stranding or anything like that. Nobody understands his vision for what Death Stranding is going to be. Like, it's just incredibly obtuse.
Well, that's up to him and his development team. It's not
Oh, totally.
Me.
Well, no. It's just like, it's interesting because the way he described it, like he even talked about, he's like, Death Stranding's development, that at first no one really understood what he wanted to do with it. He went over the fact that when he comes up with a new plan, he explains it to his team, what he has in mind for the game, for a game system. And then when he went to do this with Death Stranding, the team just didn't understand it at all. And he's like, but one of my favorite things about him is that, like, his philosophy is that if he explains something to a group of people and nobody understands it, he's like, I'm pretty sure I'm on the right track.
I mean, the guy's got a track record. It's like one of those people where
Kojima has an excellent track record.
It's like John Lennon, right? It's like the Beatles, like they went in the studio, right?
Yeah.
And they would just be in the studio for a while. They weren't a touring band at that point.
Right.
And they just kind of did their thing. But then when they released whatever it came out, it was again topping whatever they just did before and blowing people's minds again for the over and over and over again. So, I mean, the guy created Metal Gear. He's got a pretty good track record.
Metal Gear and Silent Hill.
And what else did he make?
Everything good.
Zone of Enders. He made Zone of Enders.
Mm-hmm.
What else?
Here's his quote. I was trying to make something new and something different. So for me, I personally think that if people are opposed to you, then you're on the right track.
Yes.
That's game making for me.
That's it. See, that's a guy that says something.
He's a visionary.
And I agree with.
Yeah.
And I go, exactly, because that's what artists do.
Yeah.
They ride the line.
He's an artist.
People go, you're fucking crazy. Mm-hmm. You're nuts. You're crazy. I don't know what you're doing. I don't get it.
Yeah.
And then it comes out and people go, holy shit.
Yeah.
Because that's what happens. I've seen it before.
Even like
I've seen it in all kinds of arts too, not just video games.
Yeah, but like Sean Layden of Sony, when they interviewed, he's played a bit of the game, and he's like he said he's unsure about what's going on, and he talked to the Telegraph when they asked him about the game. He's like, I couldn't explain to you what the game is.
That's fine.
Yeah, he's like, I couldn't. If I tried, there's no words.
Right.
I think that's brilliant.
Because right away we categorize everything as, what is it?
Yeah.
What is it? Oh, okay, it's a first-person shooter. It's like, okay, so if I'm gonna categorize like a game, I'll be like, yeah, okay, it's first person or third person. It's like it's action, or it's like turn-based, or what kind of combat does it use?
Yeah.
And then like, how big is it? Is it like open world? Is it like linear and all that shit? So it's like, that's what we use. It's like, why? We don't have to, why? And people do the same thing in music. It's like the same thing. I think that's why I like games so much now, is because I've seen the correlation between the two. People ask me the same thing all the time. They're like, what kind of music do you play? I'm like, I don't know. Like, I can't really explain it. Like, people, like that chiptune project I was on.
Yeah.
People started labeling, they like came up with a name for chiptune. But like most people I don't really know how to explain it.
No, it's difficult to explain.
But that's when you know you're doing something different. When you don't even know what it is you're doing yourself. You're just doing it, and you know that you're getting results. You don't know everything has to have a label now, and I don't believe in that. Like, who cares? It's like, it doesn't matter. It's just, make a game, because you know what's gonna happen. This game's gonna come out, or whatever he's working on is gonna come out. People are gonna play it, and then immediately people are gonna try to dissect it and then replicate it.
Right.
That's what happens all the time. It happens all the time. It's like, well, that's the thing. I forget what game they were talking about. Back in the day, somebody made some kind of game, and basically every company wanted to make the same kind of game because that was what was being made. Like, oh, that's popular, so let's make that. It's like, he doesn't have any pressure now.
No.
I
feel like Kojima doesn't. He never feels pressure. That guy.
Well, I'm saying from Konami.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Now that he's not working with Konami.
Right. I feel like he's just kind of got his own. He's in his own world.
Right.
They're giving him a budget, letting him do his thing, and.
Oh, Sony. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're just
and
like,
it'll happen.
Dude, we got your back. You're a fucking visionary and a genius, and just do whatever.
Why wouldn't they?
Yeah.
I mean, it's dumb. It's
they just
like,
give him paints and an easel.
Yeah.
And
Miles Davis was the same way.
And put him in a room, give him a team, whatever he needs, give him tea, whatever, and let him create beauty.
Yeah. If anybody wants the good book recommendation, read the Miles Davis autobiography. Miles Davis, if you don't.
Miles Davis, one of the greatest musicians to ever exist.
Like, yeah, he was like crazy visionary. He was always doing something new, and his autobiography is like one of the best, like, books, like autobiographies, like, to read.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you're not into, you don't have to be into jazz, just to read about the person himself.
Of
I like
course.
to read just about people, and he just happens to be a jazz musician, and that's more relevant to what I like. But yeah, it's like, that's visionaries. Those are we just spent like 20 minutes talking about some guy in EA that's just like babbling garbage because he's thinking he's doing something different. Oh, well, I think this and I think that. Well,
but that's a suit trying to be creative.
Yeah.
Like TFA Iceman said, in my opinion, people don't replicate, they get inspired.
Yeah, exactly.
If we're replicating, then every first-person shooter is a copy of GoldenEye. But every game is unique in its own way.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm not saying that games aren't unique if they're being copied, like if you're doing a first-person shooter. I'm saying that
But like Kojima is about, like, not recreating, but just.
He's trying to see.
He's a trailblazer himself.
He's spinning the cube on another side and seeing what's on that side that no one's looked at really.
Exactly.
You know who's like that? Well, you know what makes me when you know you're a visionary?
Yeah.
When you get fired. That happens. When you get fired from something or
Yeah.
you get fired in a situation, usually means you're pretty content with your idea, and you will leave with your idea instead of confiding and uh,
Conforming.
conforming uh, to the the masses or your company or whatever.
Yeah.
And he got fired, right? Basically from Kojima or from
Konami.
Konami. And you know who else got fired? Who is a visionary? Who a lot of people know of, but maybe don't know the story. John Lasseter. You know John Lasseter?
Who's that?
He is the guy. He's the Pixar creator.
Okay.
He got fired from Disney. He was an animator for Disney.
Right, I know the story. Yeah.
Computer animation, and they said, "Nope, we're not doing that," and they fired him.
Yeah.
And then he started his own company, and then Disney bought him back in, and he literally like just rinsed them of money.
Yeah. And
So, you know
Iceman
what?
makes another good point. He's like, Kojima is abstract. He thinks from the outside in. He doesn't just think about profits or potential profits. He creates, and then if it creates a profit, that is a positive side effect of his
just
art.
on his name alone.
Yeah, it'll sell on his name alone. But
Anyway.
speaking of Kojima, and unfortunately, it is going to forever be a part of this. Konami and Kojima are always going to be somewhat related. Konami's being weird again.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Man,
Konami's doing this weird thing where they're so first of all, I think they're trying to sue companies that are hiring people that formerly worked for Konami.
Oh boy.
And you're not allowed to put your work with Konami on your resume anymore or your CV.
Wow.
They call ex Konami employees ex-cons.
That's rough.
So Konami is basically excommunicating their ex-cons.
Yeah, that's bad.
I don't know why they're acting like, who the fuck is running Konami? Like the decisions the business decisions that they've been making, and like this horrible practice shit. Like nobody's gonna want to work for Konami.
It's because they're down, man. They're down. Like their company's down, so they're scrambling.
Yeah, but like, why would you do this? Nobody's gonna want to work for you if after you work for Konami, you get like blacklisted from the industry.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty harsh. That's sad because I know people that work in, I don't know anybody that works at Konami, but
Yeah.
I know that like when you work at a company and like you do a lot of work and then you have to go somewhere else, that work is crucial to getting that next job.
Yeah.
And it's we always rope back to all this. And what I think a lot of gamers sometimes forget, but I'm not going to say they don't care. They just maybe don't think about it as much.
Yeah.
The people that are making these games are not just people that just make a game and then they're like, that's it. Like they go in, they're back into the hole and like they don't live.
Right.
Like, these are regular people.
Yeah,
like,
they're people.
Jobs, they have families. They have health issues. Like they're just people. That's what they do for work. That's just their work.
There's life after your job, and
Right.
and they are blacklisting ex-employees across the Japanese video game industry. They're saying if you leave the company, you cannot rely on Konami's name to land a job.
Yeah, which is brutal, especially if you didn't do anything wrong and you need, like you just get laid off from a job. The least they can do is give you a recommendation to get a new job.
Right.
I mean, like, it's like if you leave a place, if you leave a residence or something and you have a good relationship with them, you want your leasing company to give you a good recommendation to get the next place. Because you need to get to the next place. You can't just say, well, that's it. Unless you're retiring. I mean, like, but that's sad, man. It's like, well, see, and that's what I mean. It doesn't make me feel positive about something like that after, like with a person like Kojima, because it's like, well, then that's, there's clearly things going on in there that are, making people just, want to either leave, or they get fired, or they get, it's tough when you're in this situation. You want out, but you can't get out, and you feel like you, like you said, you feel like you have, like, you can't even get another job because it's like your previous employer is like that cryptic and awful.
Yeah, exactly. It's so
Well,
weird. And they're like here's the excerpt. One ex Konami, described his surprise at learning that Konami had instructed an employee at a television company not to deal with its former employees.
wow.
Yeah.
So it's like not only are they not giving them a recommendation,
They're actually
like literally like
they're going
what's it
in
called?
and like forcing them, like they're basically
Blackmailing them almost.
they're blacklisting them from the entertainment industry entirely. Like in another case, a former Konami executive was forced to close his business due to pressure from the gaming giant.
Wow.
Yeah. Ex-cons are not allowed to put their Konami experience on their public resumes. If you leave the company, you cannot rely on Konami's name to land a job, explained a former employee. If an ex-con is interviewed by the media, the company will send that person a letter through a legal representative, in some cases indicating that Konami is willing to take them to court.
Okay, that's a little bit different. I wouldn't be talking about my former employer in an interview.
Oh yeah, no, totally. But I mean,
as far as me trying to get a job,
yeah,
and they call up them and they say, "Hi, I'm calling about so and so," and they're like, "Yeah, don't hire them.
yeah, exactly.
You shouldn't hire any employees that were working with us." It's like, well, why? So I mean, I think at that point it's like it's rough. Like, I've heard stories about how some people I work in games couldn't get their assets. They were having a lot of trouble getting their assets to give to other companies to show them their work. Like,
yeah,
like if you worked on the, like, for me, if I worked on the sound for I don't know, some game.
It depends on whether or not the game has been released.
Right. So say it's released, right?
Yeah.
And they're like, and then I want to show somebody my work, and the company I worked for says like, no, you can't show them that. I'm like, well, then what the hell am I going to show them? I've been doing this for like 5 years.
Yeah.
What do you think what have I been doing besides that? Like, so I totally can see that. That's like, man, that's just rough. It just makes me feel bad for those people, but that's what happens. You know, that's what happens, man.
But I mean, that's a shady business practice.
Well, they don't make games anymore, so it's like we're not going to see them for very much longer.
Yeah, they're all pachinko machines and mobile shit.
And they're down. I'm looking on Wikipedia right now, and Konami's, all their revenues are down. Their revenue's down, their operating income's down, their net income's down. All in the millions.
Well,
they're
I mean,
losing millions of dollars.
That's because they're pulling this shit.
Yep. Well, anything good?
Anything good? Because we're just talking about bad shit so far. Bungie has no idea.
Oh my god.
What the darkness in Destiny actually was.
I don't even
I'm only talking about this because of your like the way we met. Obviously, that for those of you who don't know, we met playing Destiny, and we always
we didn't know what it was either.
We all just like. We always joked about how like they had a lack of story and they had no idea what the fuck they were doing and blah blah blah. And in a brutally in a brutally honest interview with Kotaku,
brutally
honest interview.
I'm gonna be brutally honest with you. Oh my god. That's never a good thing when someone says that. That usually means it's bad.
Well,
brutally honest means bad.
No, not necessarily. It's just like, okay.
I'm gonna be brutally honest with you.
It just like it came out.
I haven't attracted you in 4 years.
It's like okay. So, the game director Luke Smith says the development team is effectively rebooting the core narrative pillar of the Destiny universe. Destiny 2 is a complete reboot, story reboot, everything of the whole Destiny universe.
See?
Which we already knew. That's nothing new.
Let me just say one thing though. That means it's a recycle of like it's not a continuation of the 10-year process. It's starting again from the beginning.
Yes, because the original story writer took all of his creative shit with him, and like one of the biggest problems with Destiny 1 was that there was no story, because that original story writer took everything with him.
He's like, I'm leaving and I'm taking my notebook with me, and he has
Yeah.
like one little mead notebook, 80-page notebook.
But yeah, it's all starting with a complete scrubbing of any mention of the darkness, the ominous yet vague unifying force players fought against in the first game. It turns out that not even Bungie knew what it was supposed to be or even stand for.
Awesome.
Here's the quote.
Even though we always got killed by darkness in, what was that, the Atheon raid or the Crota raid? Which one was that?
Crota raid.
Crota, yeah. Yeah, no one, yeah.
No,
Okay.
wait. No, it was Atheon. It was Atheon.
It was Atheon. Yeah, we would just die from darkness.
Yeah.
And everyone would go, wait, what? Wait, how did that happen?
There's no light left.
And well, because the game was broken.
No, but here's the quote. So I think that at a point, just totally candidly, we had no idea what it was. Straight up, we had no clue.
That makes you feel real good,
right? It's a surprising admission, but like, I think it's really funny. And he's like, we didn't know what it was, and for a period we chose that we're going to lump all the races in together. And you see this in the tooltips in the game, minions of the darkness, and we had taken all the races and said, they'll just be the darkness. And that's not what the IP deserves.
Yeah, well, that just tells you all you need to know about like people in game development, that they're not always they're not always one step ahead.
Right.
They could just be like literally riding on the seat of their pants the whole time, going like, well, like, we need to fix this. What do we do? Let's just say the darkness. Just darkness.
Yeah.
Okay, good. We'll just put that in.
Yeah, and and we are the guardians of the light.
Right.
Protected and revived by the traveler. To fight the darkness.
Dude, the best part.
None of it really made sense. It was shallow and silly, is what The Verge is saying. But I do respect.
I mean, where were they when Destiny was out and we were playing it? We all knew that when it was out. We knew it was terrible. We knew the story was terrible. We knew nothing made sense. All we were worried about was doing the raid so we can get the drop that we need to level up. That's all we cared about.
Because there was no story and nobody.
There was a story. We were just running a freaking mission over and over again.
There wasn't
That's
a story.
all we did.
No fucking story.
And we picked up, what is it called? Shards or whatever they were. You just picked up shards so you could level up your shit.
Yeah. Like, but I respect that he's saying this stuff. He's actually openly admitting the mistakes of the past. And so he said, what we're doing with Destiny 2 is we are deliberately telling a story about the light and what it means to be chosen. And as such, we are in the process of removing the term darkness from the game.
Okay.
So hopefully this game comes out a little bit better.
We'll see. I mean, I'm not going to buy it until I'm not going to play it until I know that it works.
But apparently this isn't the absolute end for the darkness. Apparently. He's like, this isn't... He's like, after all, the Traveler, that big and seemingly sentient planet-sized orb that hangs over the Earth, is still a giant and enticing mystery, as is the reason so many alien races want to destroy it. Yet Bungie is being more considerate about how it tells its stories, and is taking the necessary steps to rebuild its world with more care. The quote, because we're going to talk about the darkness next, we need to know what it is and have a plan for it, and we do.
Okay, well, they did make Halo, so they do know how to make games, I think.
Yeah, but
Right?
we've come a long way from those days. You know, like it's a different development house, different writers, different composers,
Oh no, I'm saying
completely.
that like they've made Halo the story of Halo before. Like you would think they would just get they got some experience, right? I mean,
Well, that's what I mean.
jeez.
The teams and the people that made Halo what it was, those people are gone.
Oh yeah, they're gone. Yeah, they're gone. So
All they
new-
do
new-
is
new blood.
they hold the IP.
Yep.
That's it. Beyond that, nothing.
Luck to them.
Apparently there's a leak that Beyond Good and Evil 2 is coming to the PC, Switch, PS4, and Xbone. Sorry, Xbonix. It's going to the Switch. Beyond Good and Evil 2 is going to the Switch.
Really?
Yep.
All right. Well, it might. Then that's scary.
It's gonna be 6 frames per second.
Yeah. Or they're gonna develop it for the Switch and then port it to the
No, they're gonna develop it for mobile, port it to the Switch.
Oh my god.
So
So that trailer that we all saw, yeah, that's not gonna look like that on the Switch then.
no, it's gonna be 1 pixel. And PUBG is only going. Sorry, Player Unknown's Battlegrounds, PUBG, PUBG, whatever you want to call it, is actually going to be console exclusive to Xbox.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
They
It
must
has
have paid
been
them a lot of money
confirmed.
for that. I wonder how much money they gave them for that.
A lot.
It'll come out. It'll come out.
It's not going to come out for the PS4. It's only coming out for Xbox and
No,
PC.
I'm saying that it'll come out how much money they paid.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
A little while down the line, it's going to get leaked.
I'm looking it up right now.
Final Fantasy 14 Stormblood. Everybody wants to play Stormblood, right? The new expansion for Final Fantasy 14. I love Final Fantasy 14. I haven't been able to play it because I can't afford a membership, but nobody's been able to play it since its launch in North America because of DDoS attacks.
Oh yeah.
Massive DDoS attacks. And it's really crippling the game because you need to be able to get online, and with denial of service, you can't get online, so it's unplayable.
Wah, wah.
So
how long has that game been out for?
Like a week.
No, the game total.
Oh, Final Fantasy 14.
Yeah.
If you're not counting its relaunch with A Realm Reborn,
Right.
probably like 3 or 4 years.
Yeah. So they're on.
Maybe
still
5?
They're online sorted out. That's
Well, no, it's DDoS attacks. That's not something that you can control.
well, Sony doesn't Sony. Wait, that's not Sony. Who made that game?
Square Enix.
Yeah, but who made it?
Square
What's
Enix.
the studio? What studio made it? Isn't their studio? They have a studio, right?
Squeenix.
No, that's the. No, hang on.
What?
Developer. Who's the developer?
The developer of Final Fantasy 14?
Yeah. Visual Works. Right?
Sure.
I don't know.
Sure.
14, A Realm Reborn, Death.
I don't know, but it's a great game.
That's unfortunate.
But a crippling but that's only in North America.
Stop attacking games.
I don't know why people just act like assholes for no reason.
Well, people like doing that. We
Yeah.
had a guy yesterday do that in your freaking game of what's it called?
What?
Jackbox Party.
You?
No, me? What? No, no. The guy that wrote the answer in his freaking
That guy.
drawing. It's like,
Yeah. Well, no, but that's not even the worst thing that
I'm
happened.
not saying they're comparable. I'm just saying that there's always people that just do things like that. Just like I'm.
Oh,
gonna
there
ruin
was
it
somebody
for
else.
everybody.
No, but there was something worse that another person did. They just kept creating they kept joining the game and then just going AFK for the whole game, which basically cripples every single game. Yeah.
Yeah, that's annoying too.
That was
Guys,
even
stop doing
that's even
that.
more
Can we
annoying.
can we just all stop being assholes?
Right. It's
Not do
just
it.
it's just a fucking shitty thing to do. Good
You
news.
troll your friends. Don't troll people you don't know. Troll your friends, like Nate.
Oh my god.
Troll Nate.
IO Interactive, the creators of Hitman,
I
got
man.
Hitman, their intellectual property, from Square Enix. They had an amicable divorce, and IO Interactive is now an independent developer.
Cool.
They're no longer working with Square Enix, but it was an amicable separation.
Okay.
Um,
So who got the kids?
the IO Interactive was given the opportunity to do a full buyout of the Hitman IP, and they're retaining their IP. And then Randy of Gearbox, the man who ruined
Oh, your favorite.
Ruined-
You love this guy.
Battleborn, reached out on Twitter saying that they want to work with them to publish their title.
Oh boy.
Yeah. So, IO Interactive, don't work with Randy, please.
Beware.
He ruins everything.
Buyer beware.
Um,
And guess what, Nate? You bought Borderlands 2, and guess who got some of that money?
I know.
Yeah, you did. You
I
did it.
know.
Way to go.
I
Way to go.
know.
Way to go.
I don't
Hey,
care.
don't worry. They got my money when I bought the Borderlands Collector's Edition or whatever it was to play the demo for Duke Nukem Forever.
Right.
So they host me too.
Also, I want to apologize to everybody listening to the podcast for not
apologize.
quickly going over the table of contents, what the different topics we were going to be going over today. I just forgot to do that this
we
week.
don't do that anymore, guys.
I
We
do
got
that.
rid of that
I
segment.
forgot to do that.
Well,
But
that's it.
also
So if you're
we
listening,
might be
turn
getting
off the podcast right now.
we might be getting a new Diablo 2, a remaster of Diablo 2, and a remaster of Warcraft 3. A job posting from Blizzard is kind of hinting at this, so look out for that. I know a lot of people, especially a close friend of mine, Scott, was a huge fan of Diablo 2, so he's probably going to be really excited about that.
So at least one person will buy the game.
Also, Resident Evil 2 Remaster is going to be coming out from Capcom soon. Apparently, we're going into like the remaster chapter. I think 2018 is going to be the year of the remaster. Also, Modern Warfare Remaster is apparently coming out next week from a leak of an actual physical case from a Target. It's going to be $39.99, not including the DLCs.
Oh, Activision, you're at it again, you bastards.
And then Friday the 13th developer apologizes for the server issues with the launch of the game, but they're making
And
it
the
up
price.
to gamers
By lowering the price by half.
No, they're giving away a free content update that was launched on June 20th, so 2 days ago or 3 days ago. So you get a new Jason retro model, 2 new costumes for every camp counselor, and 13,000 customization points, as well as this weekend, starting today, Friday, June 23rd, it kicks off their double XP event. So you can get
And
your
it's
double
still
XP
$40.
event. Yes, it is. I wish it wasn't. It's like $50
It's
here in Canada.
Too expensive, dude.
I know.
That's
I agree.
Too much money for that game. I'm sorry. It is.
I know. I want to play it. It looks like a lot of
lot of
fun, but it's
people
just
do.
too much fucking
Here's
money.
the thing. Here's the thing about this.
Mhm.
Like, the game is $39.99.
Yeah.
If he made it $29.99, more people would buy it.
Right.
Because people are a tipping point in gaming is 30. I'm telling you, it's 30.
They're
40
adding
scares
they're adding
people,
story stuff
30
too.
Makes it
They
work.
are adding story stuff as well.
Right, but the game is just not.
Yeah.
It's not like a single player like game that they were like, hey, here's this great single player game, and oh yeah, it's got this multiplayer section that's also really fun.
Yeah.
It's like, no, it's a multiplayer game, and
That
need
is
friends.
basically Evolve.
You need friends to play that game too. I'm sorry, like I've seen enough of it the only way to play it is to actually have everybody in the Discord channel at the same time, because it's not fun like just playing the game,
I
like,
disagree.
by yourself.
I disagree.
Eh.
The game is better if you have people playing with using the in-game chat, because part of I think if you use Discord or use party chat on PlayStation, it takes away from the game experience, because you talking in-game chat, other people like Jason can hear you if you are in close proximity to him.
Oh, that's
and
cool.
you can hear
Well,
him.
Then, still,
So like,
I mean, still,
you
still
it's
need
part
people
of
to
the,
play with that are talking.
Yeah, but it's like it's part of the in-game experience if you like if you're close, if you're physically close to other camp counselors, they hear you and you hear them.
Right.
If you're close to Jason and Jason's close to you, you can hear each other, as well as like footsteps, like in PUBG and everything like that. So like that is important.
Well, here's exactly what I'm talking about. Here's two recommendations on Steam. One recommended, one didn't recommend, right?
Yeah.
One said, actually, there's three of them here. They all list the same thing. This guy wrote, lot of promise, we'll revisit in a few months. Right now, this is not a $40 game. Here's another one. At the moment, not until they fix the bugs, especially at $40! Exclamation point. And then someone who recommended the game said, not worth $40, but definitely not a bad game. Basically the rub on this game is that it's too expensive.
Right.
It's not
across the board. That's the major complaint. They're not saying it's bad.
Too expensive. And
it's
here's
just
even worse. Not to cut you off, but
yeah.
One more thing is that every game that's multiplayer, that's like baked in multiplayer,
right,
usually has a 4-pack available on Steam.
Yeah.
For a discount.
Mm-hmm.
There is no 4-pack. It's just the game. No 4-pack.
Well, 4-pack, 6-pack, 3-pack, whatever.
You can't buy a 4-pack of this game.
Yeah, that's absurd.
That's bad. That's bad marketing.
Mm-hmm.
You need to give us options to go, hey, Nate, you want to play it? Yeah, you guys want to play it? I don't know how many times I've done that with people. Hey, PayPal me like $7.
Yeah.
PayPal me $10. And usually I'll buy a pack sometimes, and then I'll take a little bit more because I want to play it, and then I'll like give my friends copies for like, hey, just throw me $10 and like that will be cool.
Well,
so, like,
why don't you just tweet at them? Tweet at the dev,
dude,
and suggest that.
I should be more of an advocate for this stuff, and I guarantee you people would start to listen to me, because this shit is bullshit. The PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds the same way. Even though I like that game,
mm-hmm.
The same thing. There's no 4-pack for that game.
Well, it's a game where like there's hundreds of people.
Wait. Hang on. It's in early access, right?
Yeah, it's early access.
That's probably why then. So PlayerUnknown's is out. Is still in development.
Right.
This game is not.
Yeah.
As far as
it's a full release.
Completing, yeah. So like that's no excuse. So yeah.
Yeah.
Put a 4-pack, drop your price down to $29.99 and put a 4-pack, and maybe people will buy the game and will actually enjoy it and have fun playing it. It is a game, for crying out loud, right? Do you want us to play it or no?
So now, right?
Sorry.
I really want to play it. I really fucking want to play it.
It just really
even
bothers me. Like
even the culling, like for the Steam sale, I was looking at the culling to get, and the price didn't come down enough. It was like $30.
Yeah,
or 30%. It's 30% off.
But at least that's on sale. Fucking.
It's barely on sale.
It's not even on sale.
I know. It's
like,
absurd.
what are they doing?
But especially given how many negative reviews the culling has gotten, they need to drop the price down and increase that sale price if they're gonna get more. What?
Yeah, if they want to get more people to.
If they want to get more people to play the game.
Because but wasn't Friday the 13th kickstarted?
Yes, it was a Kickstarter game.
So then why did they charge so much?
I don't know. Trying to maximize the amount of money that they're gonna get.
Yeah, see, that's why I don't want to play a game like that, because it seems there's a lot of BS around that game right now, and
but they also, a lot of the money probably went to paying for the license of the Friday the 13th IP, because like that's not their property.
So now I'm the one that's got to pay them the money back because they had to get the license to make Friday the 13th.
Well, no, I mean
Dude,
the
they could've
Kickstarter. No, I
made this
mean
game
what I'm
without
saying.
it.
What I'm saying is the property, because
Right.
a lot of what sold the game is the nostalgia
I
of
guess.
Friday the 13th, the IP of Friday the 13th, and Jason Voorhees, and
I mean, Dead by Daylight was kind of the same thing. I mean, they just kind of.
right. But like
So,
the
could've
hype
just
is
done it
around because
without
there's
it.
massive horror genre fans, massive Friday the 13th fans who like got this game, who joined the Kickstarter, and a lot like they're not gonna let go of that license for a penny. Like that was probably a very expensive license
They
to
just
get.
gotta listen to the song.
So
Let
they
it go.
probably
Let
didn't
it
get a lot
go.
of money, or they probably didn't profit a lot from that Kickstarter. A lot of that money probably went to paying for that license.
Here's another game that annoys me. Why is Prison Architect still $8?
I don't know.
That game it came
Is
out
that
2
is that
years
like
ago.
Mall
It's like
Boss or
Prison
whatever,
Sim.
that game that you're obsessed with?
Nah, it's a little bit more. They finally
Mall
released
Mogul?
it, actually. It used to be in early access. I actually emailed the guy from this game, and he told me that I wasn't reputable enough to review his game,
Well, that's fine.
which was in early access at the time.
Whatever. So now I have fun news for you.
All right.
Did you ever play LA Noire?
I did. I bought a PS3 to play that game and was very disappointed because I'm a huge crime
Well, it's on
true
PC.
crime fan.
It is on
At
PC.
the time, it wasn't.
Oh, I have it on Steam, but LA Noire is getting a remaster.
Eh.
And it's getting ported to the Switch. But the reason why you're gonna like this,
But it wasn't good. It's not gonna fix the game.
it
Is the game
was
gonna
it
be
was a
better?
good game.
No, it was okay.
I thought it was a
wasn't
great
dude.
But
great is
apparently they're also going to be adding VR.
All right. I mean, that's kind of.
I
Cool.
knew that was gonna turn your head.
I mean, I'd play it if it was in VR just because it's kind of like it's cool. But like, here's the problem with LA Noire. It just like wasn't. It was very. It felt very chopped. It didn't feel like a good, cohesive experience.
It was
And
a
this
good
is coming
noir
from
experience.
somebody-
I love noir, so like
Dude,
I was
but
a big.
It wasn't as good. It wasn't as good as. It's just like there were things about it that just made me like feel like, man, like lacking some stuff. Like even the end, like man, it's just like it was all right.
I'm holding back one last thing before I play this quick game with you.
Okay.
I
I mean, it got pretty good reviews from what I'm reading, and I mean, I liked it, but it got 83.
Because
Right, it was an 8.
I have a list here, Hub.
Okay.
So we talked about last week and the week before with our recap as well as preview for E3.
Uh-huh.
And we talked a lot about who we thought won E3 and
Mm-hmm.
blah, blah, blah. But we didn't talk about what games won E3.
Okay.
And I have a list here. And the measure of success for this game, of who wins E3, is based on the viewership of the trailer on YouTube. And the positive voting. Like the positive
Okay.
upvotes.
So you're gonna play a game with me.
So I'm gonna have you guess because I have a
Okay.
list of 1, 2, 3, 4,
I love games.
5,
Guys,
6,
this is my favorite part of the podcast.
7, 8, 9, 10. The top 10 list of the most watched, most upvoted, most positively received trailers
Games of E3.
of E3. The most highly anticipated
Okay.
top 10. Okay.
Where do you want me to start?
Do you want to go backwards or forwards?
I don't know. I mean, how
Like
am I gonna
from
do
1 to 10, or
Are you gonna give me like a choice, or I'm just gonna have to rattle them off?
I'll let you guess from
And then we'll
everything that
see.
we saw at E3 what the number 1 is.
Okay, let me think. Mm,
I didn't expect
Okay.
this.
Super Mario Odyssey.
No,
Is that on the list?
it is on the list.
What number is it? Just give me. If I call it out, just tell me
All
what
right.
number it was.
Mario Odyssey is number 6.
Okay. All right. Okay, so it's on there. So that it's like Price is Right. I mean, it's like the game where they do the top 100.
Yeah.
And then they pick. Family Feud. It's Family Feud.
Okay.
Okay, now it's gone to the daughter. Okay. What else was there? Okay, let's see. I'm still Nintendo. Did they show anything else that would be people are freaking out about? Probably not. Okay, let's go to
Freaking out? Probably not.
Okay.
What you got?
I'm gonna go
What
in
you got?
Sony, and I'm gonna go with God of War.
Okay, yes, it's on the list.
What number?
Top half or bottom half? Do you think? One to
I want-
five, one to
I wanna
five,
s-
or 6 to 10?
I want to say 6 to 10.
6 to 10?
Yeah.
Wrong. Fifth.
What is it? 5th. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I was like 5th or 6th. I was like debating. Well, you said 6th though. So 5 and 6 I got. Okay. Anthem.
Yes. 1 to
on
5 or 6 to 10?
That's definitely in the top 5.
No.
Ugh.
8th.
8th. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm kind of bouncing around, but let's see what else. Far Cry 5.
No, not on the list. Not in top
Wow.
10. Not in the top 10.
Yikes. Okay. What else did? Let's see. Yeah.
Should I make like a little hangman for incorrect answers?
That's the first one. I've been doing good
Right.
so far.
You got a head. You got a head on your hangman.
Okay, let's see what else. I got first X. 2 X's and I'm out. Let's see. Let me think.
Well, no,
about
if we're
something
playing
else.
Family Feud, 3 X's and
Right.
you're out.
Yeah, 3 X's and I'm out. So 2 more.
Yeah,
I got
2
2 more
more.
chances. Okay.
We're going to
let's
send it
see.
to the next family.
Oh man, I don't want to lose. I want to win. I want that money. Okay, so I got 6, 5, 6, and 8.
Yes.
Instead, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I mean, I don't think Nintendo
Think
showed anything.
okay,
that
think
made
less
me
about
feel-
what you're excited for or what you like
Right. What?
and
right.
and more about like
the new Call of Duty is up
Yes.
there, like top 3 or something.
yes, 4th.
4th. Okay. Okay. Call of Duty. Okay. What else?
Cuz consider like we like what we like and we like a lot of popular games, but there are a lot of popular games that both of us don't like.
Right. Microsoft showed that new Metro game. Is that on there?
No, it isn't.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
No.
Yikes. It's 2
That was,
X's.
that was a tough one.
Man, I didn't even get the top. I can't
Why
even
would
think
you
of the top.
put Metro up there?
Because they showed it.
Yeah,
I
but
don't know.
who cares about Metro?
Well, Phil
I mean, it
Phil
looked nice.
Spencer said that was the thing they wanted to show the most because it showed off the
The
power of
power.
the console that no one's gonna buy.
The power of the
Um,
Xbox.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Let me think. Okay. I'm gonna go with Sony,
Uh-huh.
and I'm going to pick. Ooh. Wait. No. That'd be crazy.
There's there's one
Is there
game.
anything on there that you like? Because I want to say that
There's-
the Final Fantasy fishing game got a lot of views.
Fuck off. No.
It's not on there.
No, it's not.
Oh, that'd be great. Okay, forget that.
I'm not
one.
even
Pretend that
I'm
one
not
doesn't
even going to
exist.
count that one.
Don't count that one.
No.
Okay. Okay, I'm going with Sony.
There's one on here that like really surprises me.
Okay, hang on. So I'm in Sony. Am I in the right area?
You are not. Well, no, yes, you are. You are in the right area. There's one Sony exclusive left.
Okay.
On this list.
Days Gone.
No.
Shit.
You have a head, a torso, and an arm. And 3 strikes.
Were people excited about the new the remake for Shadows of Mordor?
There's
Shadows,
no remakes on
Shadows of
here.
Colossus. Damn, like. Spider-Man. I'm
Yes,
sorry.
Spider-Man is
Forgot about Spider-Man.
top 5 or bottom 5?
I want
1 to 5 or 6 to 10?
I want to say people are excited for that, so I'm gonna say top 5.
Nope. 7th.
7th. Ooh, so I got 6, 7, 8.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there's
Yeah.
1 and 2, 9 and 10. Crap. I'm gonna go
1,
to
2, 3, 9, and 10.
1, 2, 3, 9, and 10.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go to Ubisoft,
Okay.
and they showed the fucking Rabbids Mario thing.
No.
It's not on there.
No.
People aren't excited for that
You
game.
fucking
Okay.
psychopath. That won't be top 10.
Hey, it could be 9 or 10. What else? I don't know. Then they showed Assassin's Creed.
Yep.
Duh. That's in the top 3.
Yep, it's number 2.
Yeah, okay. So we got 1 and 3. Shit, what's the top game?
1, 3, 9, and 10.
Ubisoft? Am I still in Ubisoft?
There is no more Ubisoft.
Okay, so moving on. Bethesda showed.
Okay, I'll give you one hint.
Okay.
And no Bethesda.
Okay, Bethesda's out. Ubisoft's out. Sony's out.
Okay, so of these next 4, 3 of them are EA.
Oh, Destiny 2.
No.
What else did they show?
Isn't what? Destiny
Did they
2.
show
Destiny 2 is
LA?
Activision. Not EA.
Yeah. What am I thinking of then? The game that they're
What, Anthem? You already guessed Anthem. That was number 8.
What was I thinking of? Didn't they show an expansion for something? Oh, Battlefield.
Battlefield. No.
1.
No
what else
Battlefield.
Did they show? I forget what EA even showed. Hang on, don't tell me. Wait, E3. Hang on. E3.
Now you're googling it.
No,
okay,
no.
okay. So 3 of them are EA titles. I guess. I'm not surprised. I'm not really surprised.
Oh, The Crew 2?
About no. The Crew 2 was
Ubisoft. I'm confused. I don't even know what EA showed. Hang on, let me look.
But you're close in the realm of that type of game.
Yeah, what's the game that
Need
they
for
were
Speed
showing?
Payback.
Need for Speed. Okay.
Yeah, that was number 9.
9, yeah.
Yeah. And then the one that surprised me the most isn't from EA. Battlefront 2 is number 1.
Oh, Battlefront. I forgot.
Battlefront
See, I
2
forgot about that game.
was the number 1.
Yeah, dude, I'm not surprised.
FIFA 18 was number 3.
Okay. And then what was 10?
Number 10 was Dragon Ball Fighter Z.
Oh, shit. Yeah, well, people like that game.
Yeah, I mean, it looks cool, but, like, really?
Yeah.
Like,
I
mean, it looks really cool. I want to play the hell out of it. I think it's going to be the first fighter that I'm actually going to be excited for and going to play.
I thought Bubsy would be on that list, but...
Oh, fuck off, Bubsy.
Yeah, Bubsy.
And, but yeah, so, like, Battlefront 2, Assassin's Creed Origins, FIFA 18, Call of Duty World War II, God of War, Mario Odyssey, Spider-Man, Anthem, Need for Speed Payback, and Dragon Ball Fighter Z. That's the top 10 winners of E3.
Yeah.
And then the final thing that I wanted to mention of this podcast,
before we go, folks,
that I was saving for a rainy day because we talked about a lot of depressing shit, and I thought you would find this the most entertaining.
Oh boy.
Are you aware, speaking of the number 2 game on that list, Assassin's Creed.
I forgot.
What?
I already forgot what it was.
Assassin's Creed Origins.
Okay.
Did you hear about the collector's edition that they are releasing for that game?
No.
Don't even look it up. Don't Google it. I'm going to tell you about it. I want to hear your reaction.
Okay.
Okay?
Lay it on me.
Okay, I'm reading this
Don't tell me everything that's in it and then the price.
Okay, I'm reading it on Forbes.
Oh no.
So
Forbes has it? That's not good.
So a 20.7 inch Bayek statue. 20-inch statue.
Okay.
A certificate of authenticity.
Oh, of course. Thank you.
4 lithographs.
Okay.
Steelbook Gold Edition.
Of course.
Another Steelbook.
Okay.
The official soundtrack.
Okay.
Pre-order mission. Naval Mission, Desert Cobra Pack. That's all like digital shit. Map and art cards of the map of the world and art cards, art book, and a premium eagle skull amulet. This includes the collector's edition of the game, Dawn of the Creed Legendary,
don't tell me how
including
much
the
it is, I'm
season
gonna
pass.
guess.
I want you to guess how much money this thing is worth. This pack, it comes with 2 steelbooks.
Okay, so I'm gonna guess $249.
Sorry, 28.7 inch resin statue.
It's between $200 and $250.
And there's only 1,000 of these collector's editions.
$299.
Wrong. No. But there's only 1,000. So there's 999 collector's editions. So there's only there's the collector's certificate of authenticity numbered 1 to 999.
Okay. How much is it?
What is your guess? We're gonna go Price is Right rules.
200. Price is Right.
Price is Right rules.
Price is wrong, Bob. I
Um.
mean, okay, so most collector's editions now are like, it's like $150 is where it starts.
Yep.
For those things.
So okay, let me put it this way. I'm gonna give you 2 hints. Okay.
Okay.
The Assassin's Creed Origins Dawn of the Creed Collector's Edition, without like the big collector's
Stuff.
Origins Collector's Edition pack.
Uh-huh.
So the Dawn of the Creed Legendary Edition, that's what I just listed all that shit in.
The one underneath
the Dawn of the Creed Collector's Edition, not the Legendary collection.
Let's not get confused here, people.
Yes. So the Legendary Edition is different from the Collector's Edition.
Right. Of course it is.
The Collector's Edition costs $159.99.
Oh no. Oh no.
Okay, and that has the base game, the digital
Right.
deluxe. You know, you get the gold edition of the game.
So it's like $250.
And then you get a 15.4-inch statue
Oh boy.
by Uni Collectibles. A replica, an exclusive replica of the skull amulet, this one steelbook, the art book,
Right.
the soundtrack, printed version of hand-drawn world map, and 2 original art cards
For $150.
for $150.
Okay.
The Assassin's Creed Origins Gods Collector's Edition is $119.99,
Oh boy.
and
so,
that comes with the digital deluxe. A 10-inch statue,
this is ridiculous.
the art book, the official soundtrack, a printed version of the game's hand-drawn world map.
Oh my god.
So given that, guess how
So-
much this Legendary
tier one
Edition is.
I'm gonna say it's $279.
All right, I need
Is more than that?
you to give me a drum roll.
Oh my god.
Okay?
Here we go.
So, the Assassin's Creed Legendary Collector's Edition, or the Assassin's Creed Legendary Edition
Killing me
coming
here.
with all of the crazy shit, the statue that is one of 1,000 is $799.99.
Shut up. Nope. I'm done. I'm done. Goodbye. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye. I'm out. Thank you.
$799.99.
Are they out of their goddamn minds? Like, seriously, what the hell is going on? What? What is that on? What is that? What?
No joke.
They can't be.
$800. $800, not including tax, for this legendary collector's edition.
That's got to be a joke. That's a joke. That's a joke, right? You're just joking with me, right?
Nope.
You're just kidding, right? Ha, it's funny.
Not.
I like to see when I get excited about stuff, right? Yep.
I'm gonna post it in the podcast link dump on the
Holy crap.
Discord server.
$799.
$799.
Why?
Yep. The most exclusive thing. How many of these do you think they're gonna sell? How many?
All of them.
You think so?
I think so, because people are freaking nuts.
I mean, oh my god. I mean, you were as high as you could go without going over, so Price is Right rules. You still win.
So I won.
Even if you said $1, you still would have won.
It would cost the same amount of money to buy Assassin's Creed that it would buy an HTC Vive. Jeez.
Or probably a PlayStation 4 Pro with
Sony
PSVR.
Or if I type $800 into any travel website, I could probably go anywhere.
You could probably go to Egypt for that much money. You can go to Egypt.
Yep, for $800, you could probably figure it out. Come on. I'm done with them. So stupid. And here I am going, oh, look, Nate, the Sonic Mania, that collection edition looks great. Oh, how much is it? $41. That's too much. No, I'm not doing it for that. And this is $800. Like, what are they, crazy?
Right? I saved that one.
You can invest $800 into the stock market and probably get better return. I hate this shit. I wonder if I bought it, Nate. And just in case you're wondering, I'm reading this Polygon article.
Yeah.
It says there's an $800 edition of Assassin's Creed Origin, and the season pass is included. Oh man.
And this season.
That's it. I'm done.
Is included.
I'm done with them, man.
But also, they ship now. Like they ship half of the shit now. Before the game is out.
Cool. Because I can't wait. I just can't wait. I can't wait. Gotta buy it now. Right here. Legendary Collector. Shh. Dude, look.
Yeah.
Check it out. Look at their website. Click on this link. Click this link. This is live, folks. This is as we speak.
What is this?
6/23/17 at 4:16 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Nate's gonna tell you what I just saw.
In Canada, it's $1,000. Oh, it's sold out?
It's sold out.
It's sold out?
I told you, dude.
What?
I told you. And if I would have known about it, I may have invested in it and tried to chink it out and buy and make it actually make money off of it. But I didn't know. Somebody told me now.
Nope.
I'm
done.
Wait.
I'm done.
I'm done. Yeah.
Nope.
Well, thank you.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
We're out, everyone. I'll do the exit this time. Okay, everybody. We love you. This has been a podcast.
How is this happening?
For a long time now, and we're still stunned by the news that we hear. So for everybody around the world, don't buy anything for $800.
Don't buy anything ever. Just stop. No, just stop buying it. Stop buying anything.
Just stop buying.
Stop buying anything.
Everything.
Anything.
Don't buy things that are plastic.
Just don't buy. No, don't buy anything. Just fuck buying. Period. No, it's over.
Because the guy at EA said that we're gonna go into virtual worlds where our fridges are gonna be full of food. So don't worry about it. You don't have to buy food anymore.
We're going back to no. We're going back to trading. We're just barter
Just
system, straight up barter system, Matt.
How much will you give me for my Assassin's Creed 30-inch?
Oh,
statue?
there's also a Dawn of the Creed Collector's Edition. Oh no, never mind. I already talked about that.
Dude, it's sold out on Xbox One, it's sold out on PC, and it's sold out on PS4. Done.
Well, no, like that's just the whole thing.
Done. Can't get it.
There was
Gone.
only 1,000 across all platforms.
Well, you can't get them anymore, people. So you know what? Take your $800 and
Yeah, I don't want to play the game
literally
anymore if
do
I can't
anything.
get that. If I can't get my limited edition.
Jesus. Oh my god. What a podcast.
my
My
God.
goodness gracious.
Oh my god.
Well, everyone, I think I need to take a shower and just ponder my life. Yep.
What the fuck?
Well, on that note, send us out there, Nate.
Well, guys,
I need to ponder on that.
that was the Let Us Talk podcast.
On a good note, are you guys ready for a miracle? Because until July 4th, Independence Day for America, you can buy any game you want on Steam for a discount.
Except
Except
for Friday the 13th.
Okay. Have a good weekend, everyone.
Yeah, thanks to Hob for being a part of the podcast. That was the podcast. What the fuck?
Follow us on Discord and Twitter and Instagram and Candygram and
yeah.
Candy
Subscribe
Crush.
to the Let Us Talk podcast on iTunes and SoundCloud. Follow me on Instagram at Defensive Lettuce, on Twitter at Def Lettuce.
Oh, and our podcast is on iTunes and SoundCloud.
I just said that.
Yeah, he just said that.
But
I want to say it too.
Also, what the hell's up with EA releasing collector's editions and not including the game?
I don't know.
Like the Battlefield 1 collector's edition didn't come with the game. Mass Effect Andromeda 2 collector's editions didn't come with games. Fucking Wolfenstein collector's edition doesn't come with the game.
If you have questions about that stuff, email us at
defensivelettuce at gmail.com. Also, stop buying things. Stop buying things forever. That just broke me.
Well,
I didn't think that they were gonna sell one, let alone all of them.
Oh, they sold all.
They sold all of them.
Yep, of course they did.
Love you guys lots. Later, baby cakes. Peace out. Let your geek flag fly. I love you.
Not if you have $800.
Oh my god. What the fuck?